What's the crack? What's the bleeding story, everyone? How yous all doing? Hope you're all doing well. Me and me boy Zach here says we do an old stream. How's everyone in the chat and stuff like that? Good game yesterday. Chelsea, Liverpool. Sort of me thoughts on that. For Chelsea to come back 2-0 down was very impressive. The first goal, Jovetic, oh my God, what a bleeding goal. I love them type of goals. The ball, even as a player, you're just loving, you're on the edge of the box and a ball like that comes towards you and you just hit it. You know what I mean? And it's just going top corner. Love that. You know what I mean? It's what it's all about. He's still yet to do something like that. Back in my day, I used to be edge of the box all the time, top in, give it, have it. What's the story? You know what I mean? You'll have to enjoy that at some stage. Edge of the box, and I keep telling him. Now he plays Kieran Tierney's position, but keep trying to tell him, like, go down the line, whip it in. But if it's a corner kick, stand in that area. You know what I mean? But yeah, he's getting there, and he's donning the Arsenal jersey tonight. Yeah, so we're just I'm just waiting for the confirmed lineups. They're actually in here for the United game. Here we go. Just looking at here. De Gea in goal, Wan-Bissaka, Varane, Phil Jones. Big Phil's back. Go on the Phil. Oh yeah, I love Phil. Luke Shaw then in left back, and then he's going with his 2-2-2, and he has McTominay, Matic, Greenwood, Sancho, Cavani, and Ronaldo. Cavani, Ronaldo up front. That's what it's about. That's a quality lineup. Hope you all know the starting lineup there for United. What's your thoughts on it? Actually, would you have went with Phil Jones, Matic as well? Bit controversial, is it? I don't know if these United fans here drop us a text in and see what you think. I'll just drop up a few of these here. Jamino, my man, young Gooner there as well. All good, mate. Hope you're doing well, pal. Just sub to you, mate. Cheers, Niall. Thanks a million. Yes. You sound Irish, are you? Where are you from, pal? Say, what's up,
man?
That's
our cousin. That's my cousin right there.
Is it? What's up, man?
Harvey.
Good man, Harvey.
Oh, subscribe to him in his channel.
Yeah, give him a subscribe. He does a lot of games online and stuff like that. So if you're
all that.
So get subbing to him. Yeah. He's a good boy. There's Aaron B. I know who that is. I'd love to know your thoughts on the starting lineup. Your insight. What's the story? You know it's gas. You know it. There's me, man. What's the crack? Big up Del Boy and young Zach. Yes. Cheers, mate. Thanks a million for your support. Keep it up. Cheers, mate. I'm gonna read out. You're from Scotland. Nice. I've been to Aberdeen a good few times and Glasgow. I was in Celtic Park, actually watching a United and Celtic game. Nakamura free kick. Yeah, they won that against United in the Champions League. Brilliant game to be at. Old school Gunner, there's me, man. Subscribe to him, lads. Seriously, great content. He's a very good guy, you know. I've enjoyed watching his channels, and he's done a tour around the Emirates and stuff like that, and gives his ratings and his view of the matches as well. So check him out as well. Another good gunner there. But yeah, and then the Wolves team, Jose in goal, Salsa, Connor Cody, Max Kilman, Marcal, Jose Montino, yeah, Naves, yeah, it's the same basically. Samido, Audencio, yeah, Manny, yeah. I'd say Jimenez up front as well. Good player, like, you know what I mean. There's nothing really sort of like, you know, that jumps out with you there, but they're a good solid team, Wolves. You know what I mean. Like if it was home for Wolves, I'd say United could, like, you know, they'd probably get a draw, I'd call it. But since it's at Old Trafford, United, like, you know, they have 2 games in hand over a lot of teams, including our team, like, you know, and if they win them 2 games in hand, they're going to go ahead of us, you know. So they have a lot to play for, United. and Phil Jones in defence, Matic. Is that what people want to see on the pitch? I think if you're asking me, Wolves have a brilliant defence. They're hard to score against, really hard to score against, and they're the manager's getting things right for them. They have a good run as well. I'm just going to check and see where they are in the league. I know they have a few games in hand as well, but I think sorry, just bear with me there. They have. Yeah, they're ninth in the league, 2 games in hand over Arsenal and over most of the teams.
Arsenal
yeah, but see, watch if they're on 18 games, they're on 25 points. So if they win them 2 games, they're on 31, which would mean that they're 4 points behind Arsenal. Now that's if they win the two of them games, But United are on 18 games, 31 points. They win their 2 games in hand over us. They're on 37, and we're on 35, and they're right into the top 4. But also Spurs as well. A lot of games in hand. It's going to be a good run for the run in for the top 4. I think if Arsenal have to beat Spurs if they're sort of consider getting in the top 4, because if Spurs beat them and then they go and win their 2 games in hand, they're going to be hard to be caught, to catch up with them, But I'd be interested to see what do you think of the game today. Matic and Jones pairing, that's what I was saying earlier on. It's a big, what was actually. I'll just see who's on the bench for United, because Jones, I seen it in 1 or 2 sort of articles that Jones was playing, but I just thought it was actually a wind up. Who's on the bench for United? Lingard, Fred is on the bench. Fernandez is on the bench. The lot, and Telles, suppose yeah, I don't know. What's the story there? I'm not too sure with United, but look, he must be on form and training and stuff like that, if he's getting his game. So fair play to him. Matic, I sort of thought, Fred, I don't think had a he hasn't been playing well of late, but that's why Matic is in. But look, Donny van der Breggen, he's a good player. I thought he would have got in instead of Matic, but I just think, especially with with the way Matic was playing, I thought he would have got in ahead of him. But if the United fans are there, let me know what the story is with that, because I think he's a good player. He just hasn't been getting he hasn't got a good run of games at United, has he really? He hasn't been, has he done much wrong? Would you take him at Arsenal? Would you take him over Xhaka? I would, because Xhaka's making too many mistakes for me. And I'm still gutted over the game. But what do you think of the score today? It's in Old Trafford, so you think United will win? Will they draw, or will Wolves win?
I honestly think Man United are gonna win, because wait, is Ronaldo on?
Yeah, Ronaldo's up front.
Ronaldo, he's kind of doing bad.
Yeah, well,
he's not that,
of his standards, I suppose. Yeah, but Cavani, I tell you, seems to be the fella on form. You know what I mean? I like him as a player, actually. I like his passion, and I like his movement and stuff like that. It's very good. I know what you mean. Ronaldo, I suppose he sets so high standards, but we have to sort of think of the age he's at as well. He's he'll still get a few goals, and I can see him probably getting something tonight. He could probably step up and get the winner, because he's he's a specialty at that. Big up. What's the story? Thanks for tuning in. But old school, Man United should have put Newcastle away. Geez, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I forgot all about that. They should have, and even the game where we bet them, there was a few of the fans weren't really impressed with how we played, but they seem to be getting their things together at Newcastle. I just think you know, I was looking at a documentary. Can they spend much in the January transfer window? And they can pay wages, and that's why they're being linked with Aubameyang, because they could probably get him at a cut price, because they know that Arsenal want him out the door now, and they'd be willing to match his wages, if not add some on, you know. Um, but yeah, you're right there. United should have beaten Newcastle, but look, they didn't, and it sort of goes to show it's hard to get a win in the Premiership, because like there's plenty of good teams out there, you know, and they're only going to get better, these teams, you know. Old school, I have some YouTube tips for you, bro. Yeah, good man. I must get onto Insta actually, because I'm only on Twitter at the minute. But yeah, I'm gonna look into that now probably during the week. I'm just very lackadaisy when it comes to social media, but definitely, yeah, I will indeed. Cheers, mate. Um, yeah, he is. You know, even this fella will tell you, like, you know, you weren't that impressed with him, were you, the other day?
No, I say he should like get kicked off the team. And what's now? Oh yeah, Aubameyang, he's gone. He's gone.
Yeah, I'd say he'll be definitely gone in the January transfer window. Like, you know, it's yeah, I just, you know, he's probably done one or too many different things that the manager isn't, you know, impressed with, and he can only, like, you know, do certain, like, you know, you can't be doing all that all the time on the manager, you know. Cavani's underplay, and you know what, I said the exact same thing to United players or supporters, and they were sort of like, you know, they didn't really sort of take me comment on board, like, you know. But yeah, I definitely do. I think he's underrated. You know, the light is probably on Ronaldo, but yeah, he certainly is. And you know, I think if he hits a nice run of form now for United, it might push them up into the top four and keep them there. You know, between him and Ronaldo, if even one or two of them, just like, you know, if one out of the two start playing well and getting goals, that can make all the difference, you know. Definitely. Yeah, 100%, mate. We'll my email is in the about section on my channel there. Drop me an email, because I'm only on Twitter at the minute. And I can communicate when we get a WhatsApp or whatever. You were saying WhatsApp the other day. I'd be interested in that 100%, definitely. Phil Jones is a right off. Jimenez will target him. Yeah, 100%. That's exactly what they're going to do. 100%. And that's that, like, you know, good managers will do that, you know. We what game was it where we had Ben White at right back, and they targeted that area, you know. Good managers do that. They sort of pick out, right, let's get on him, like for Phil Jones, just keep at him and at him, because he will make a mistake. He'll make silly mistakes and may cause a goal. If Wolves get an early goal, I can see them parking the bus, and they are brilliant at defending. But we have to remember, you have Cavani and you have Ronaldo up front.
Yeah,
so
they're really good.
One
like,
mistake
strikers.
out of one
And,
mistake out of one defenders, and they'll
and-
punish them.
And who do you think is gonna like score the goals? Who do you?
Yeah, let me see. Yeah, I'm going to go Cavani first goal scorer. I'll do that. I'll definitely, like, you know, as old school Gunner said there, I think he's a bit underrated, because you have to think of, he is, well, he's 34, 35 or something like that, and the experience he has, and, like, you know, he's such a good player. I would have taken him a few years ago at Arsenal, definitely. You know, not even as a main striker, but as someone to come off the bench and try to change a game, because that's the type of player I think he is. He can change a player. He's big, he's strong. You know, I probably see tonight now, set piece, ball floated in, him and Ronaldo, they're two of the top players you want on the end of it in the Premiership. You know, if a ball gets whipped in up high, you know, uh, yeah, definitely 100%. Phil Jones, though, times at United, I thought the banter was over with United. I know, yeah, and you know what? I love. Do you ever see on YouTube or just online pictures of his face and all? They're brilliant. They're just priceless. Like, you know what I mean? They're very funny. I must show you a few later on. It's just Phil Jones, his facial reactions to if he's heading the ball, or there's one picture where he's actually sliding on his face. They're just
Oh yeah,
just so
I
funny.
saw
Yeah,
I saw like these like it's I forgot what it's on. It's on you. Yeah, it's on YouTube, and it says like faces that players
yeah.
make.
He's in
And then
all of them,
I
I think.
watched it, and he was like
Yeah.
so funny.
Yeah,
And
Jamino, what's the story, mate? Thanks for
and
tuning in.
are we gonna put on the cam like for people coming?
Yeah, we'll drop one into the link. Yeah, definitely. We'll just go through a few comments here and see what people are saying. Playing my Arsenal career mode in FIFA, as I watch, my whole squad is injured, but I'm still doing a better job than Arteta. Who's up front for you, mate? Definitely, yeah. I do a career mode as well, but I'm not that good at FIFA now. I'd say it's law to me, but I'm just doing the career mode. I think it's amateur level or something like that. But some guys out there that play it online, and they're just you try to play it online, and next thing it's 8-0, and I just start tackling from behind and stuff like that. Get sent off, and I'm down to about 6-7 players. But yeah,
I remember you used to do that all the time.
Yeah, I'll be always doing it to him, just tackling from behind, getting sent off, and everything like that. Tough United Wolves will dominate the flanks, not much width or wide cover in the United format. Yeah, exactly, and that's why. What do you think of the formation there? 4-2-2-2. Like, is this the way football's going? Like, we don't know. But United, Rangnick, he seems to like it. Does it sort of work for you?
Yeah, what's the 4-2-2?
Yeah, I just think that you're like you need your wingers, and Wan-Bissaka for me isn't playing that well. Maybe if United do in the summer or whatever, get a top quality like winger, like, you know what I mean, like Trent Alexander last night, he was unbelievable. The balls he was giving in to Salah was just like, it's like Salah's top of the range. He's unbelievable, but the balls he's being fed is absolutely unreal. If Salah was at United, would he get? If Salah was at United, would he get the same sort of supply into him? He might be a goal or two shy come the end of the season. But yeah, that's what it's all about. Like, once you have someone giving good balls in, and it makes it easier for a striker just to come onto it and take the shot and get it in, score goals. But yeah, definitely, I think the exact same thing. They're lacking the width, alright. But look, he sort of thinks it's going to work for them. Will it? Did it work against Newcastle? Don't think so. But I don't know. He knows more than me or you, I suppose. Yeah, Cavani's a baller. What's he like in FIFA actually? Is he? What's his score? The only goal 1-0. Firmino's going for 1-0 United. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a high scoring game because they're a good defense, very good defending. You'd want Duffy to head it in instead of them. Yeah, Duffy's very good at that actually, and there's so many goals that he's got for Ireland as well. He used to be at Brighton in the last few years ago. Like, geez, he had a good few goals for them. Like, and he was actually a bit underrated if you ask me in the season, where I think he scored about 4 or 5 goals, headers, like, from set pieces. That's what you want your defenders doing as well. One goes up, edge of the box, run onto it, get the big mallet on it, bang, in the goal. Happy days. Carl Rossi, there's me man. Fair play to you. Thanks for coming over, mate. You're a real one, mate. Very good.
Oh yeah, smash the like ones.
Yeah, go on, smash it. You keep reminding me to say that. I keep forgetting.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Tierney, Tommy, White, Saka, Partey, Chambers, and now Cavani are all injured. Martinelli was injured. This is in FIFA. Jamino's talking about, if you're only tuning in. Martinelli was injured for a while too. I had no backup right back, so I had to panic buy Alan Brown. Oh, no way. Preston, was it? Is that where you got him from? Alan Brown. How's he doing for you? Jesus Christ. Yeah, big up, Carl. Me, big up, mate. Yeah, happy days. I'm just going through the comments here, and what I'll do is, look, we'll drop the link in, and if anyone wants to come on, you don't need to show your face, or if you want to change your name. You can do it when you come into the live screen. It gives you the option of if you want to put on your camera or not, like, you know, but whatever you want, it's no problem. You can change your name. Doesn't bother me. Whatever. Just once you're not being rude or being disrespectful to anyone, it's no problem at all. He's 85 rated, I think. Yeah, signed him in my career, and now he's down to 83. Oh, bad management, Jimeno. Bad management, man. You know. Yeah, he's good. He is. I'm brutal at announcing names. I just always make a bleeding joke at him, like, you know. But yeah, he is good. I've seen a bit. Duffy is our top scorer since Robbie Keane. Yeah, do you know what? You're probably right. And he's also the only player to have scored in back-to-back games at the Aviva too. Jesus, is my God. Yeah, I'm just trying to think what games they were. But yeah, I do believe you're right, because I remember we were sort of having a joke and a laugh about just the Irish fans here, like, you know, yeah, Jesus Christ, we don't really have any strikers up front at all at the minute. Troy Parrott is in MK Dons. I think he was back from an injury or something like that, and I think he's only back the last game or two. But yeah, I think he's a bit of a playboy. He's at Spurs. He thinks he's made it already. I don't think he has, but he needs to sort of get going for me. And yeah, it just shows that young players, when they getting paid top money and you think, oh, this is great, I've made it, you know. No, you have a long way to go, mate. You know, I've got mate. Yeah, Carl and Rossi, yeah, good man. Trinchago, I think that's how you even pronounce it. I'm like Paul Merson, just I'm brutal at pronouncing names. He's very impressive at the minute. Luke Shaw, Phil Jones, I know, yeah, each are. And you know what? Like, I suppose the English fans, like, look, they'll know more than me watching them up close in the Euros and stuff like that. But Luke Shaw, he had a dip when he sort of signed for United, and then Mourinho slagged him about being overweight, and then he sort of got things back together, and he got his England call up, and he just sort of never seemed to have got out of the team. But I didn't think he should have even been, like, he was certainly warranted in the squad, but I thought there was better players in the English panel that should be in that position, you know, and probably are a bit faster than him. But, you know, I don't know. What would I know? I'm only a fucking idiot of an Irishman. Jamino, yeah, it's like miles so far. Where do you anyway, Carl Rossi? Actually, where do you live, mate? And start in a few months. Jeez, you're off. Fucking hell, well for you all. Yeah. Yeah, all good. Yeah, that's Rand. Yeah, well, here, look, I'm just gonna try to organize this. 1 second.
And don't forget, while he's doing that, don't forget to share the video to your family and friends, all that.
Yeah,
that'll be helpful. Oh, look, we already got 7.
Just select all this. Sorry for the delay. We're still new at this, and I'm like a bleeding outfit. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm just gonna stick it in. You don't have to come on. It's completely up to you. So I'm just leaving it out there. If anyone does, by all means, work away. No problem at all. And as I said, you don't need to put your face on. You can if you want. No problem at all. But yeah, the Chelsea and the Liverpool game. Anyway, I just thought, like, you know, I thought Chelsea were dead and buried when they went 2-0 down, and I thought even Liverpool were going to go on and score probably another goal or two when they went 2-0 up. They were brilliant, like, you know. And then Chelsea just came back, and Jesus Christ, I like, with as an Arsenal point of view, if we went 2-0 down to Liverpool, even if it was in the Emirates, I could not see us coming back to draw the game even, you know. I just think Chelsea probably have the few experienced players there, and we've such a young team. The experience counts a lot, you know. It would probably sort of keep the young fellas level-headed. Don't worry, there's still plenty of time left. And they even got them 2 goals when they went down 2-0. They got them 2 goals back within short space of time, and just before half time. So if you ask me, like, I thought Chelsea were going to come out then and probably nick a goal and nick the win. You know, they probably, like, I think the league now is pretty much it's Man City's to lose, definitely. For Christmas period and stuff like that, I thought Liverpool were going to win it. because I just thought Man City are definitely after the Champions League, and they still are. But they've built up a nice little cushion there for themselves. They're not going to lose more than 3 games before the end of the season. They may lose one or two, and they'll draw probably one, whatever. But I don't think it's going to be enough for Liverpool or Chelsea even to catch them. I think I think if there's anyone, like, the top three are still the top three. Like, Chelsea had a little wobble there. They were good to come back. You have to give it to them. Like, it's the sort of, not even if they're playing like Lukaku and all that, the messing that's going on with him. But fair play to them. They, like Aubameyang, like, that they were down their top striker, and what, Lukaku, yeah, see you later, bud. They'll find it hard to get rid of him because of his wages and the fee that they paid. They can't just throw him away, but they'll have to sort that out soon. And I'm sure if it's getting another top striker in January, if they want to push on, they'll find it hard, because you can't get a top striker in January window, in my point of view, anyway. But yeah. Get well soon. The two friends who are brothers and had it for a while. Thankfully, I haven't had it yet. At least, not that I know of. I'm the same. You sure you brand man, still true, be safe, my brother. That's it. Fair play, lads. Dale boy, just to answer your question. I'm living in Ireland since I was 5 years old. Half French, half Irish by birth. Cool. Jesus, yeah. Fair play to you. What part of France? I was in Paris, and I was in Nantes as well when I was younger. At a caravan, one of these caravan park things. Brilliant. Probably one of the best holidays ever. I have to bring this fella.
French.
Yeah, I must.
What's it like?
It's lovely. It's beautiful.
No, my friend William, do you know him?
Mm.
Yeah, he's.
Oh, is he? Yeah.
From French. Yeah.
All right, from France. Carl Rossi, you're from French. Yeah, no, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful country. Like, we actually drove from Calais down and sort of seen a lot of the countryside and stuff like that. It's absolutely beautiful, User know Egypt's English media know how to gas up a player like Shaw. Has little ability, decent on the ball, but mentally lacks the mentality, takes easy pathways, always overweight as a pro. Yeah, he always does look a bit top heavy, all right. It's yeah, like, when Mourinho said that, it didn't sort of look that way, but you can sort of see if he retires, he'll be like Ricky Hatton. Do you know what I mean? Ricky Hatton now, just Google him, he's a big guy, like, and look, fair play to him. He was a professional boxer and stuff like that, but that's the way some players go. It's like, Wayne Rooney, I think it'd be the same if he stopped training and if he stopped doing football, like, as a manager, like, I'm sure he takes part in training and he keeps fit that way. But I think if he stopped, he'd balloon out. You know what I mean? It's just some players like that. I could eat about 15 chicken dinners or Christmas dinners in a row with me Christmas pudding and everything, all the trimmings on top, and I'd still be the same weight. It's just some people are like that, and, like, I don't know, like, I drink and I eat, as much as anyone else.
Me too.
Yeah, I don't know.
That.
It's just,
like, I eat a lot because I'm always hungry, and I just don't get.
Well, you were always running and stuff like that, like, you know what I mean. But yeah, you'd probably be a fat little shite when you're older. I'll slag you as well when I'm older. You can't just throw away your record signing. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And especially when they only actually signed them in the summer, like, you know what I mean. But yeah, I'll read the rest of this and I'll sort of say what I think. One of your highest earned players, yeah, just because of an argument with the manager. Lukaku won't leave in January unless it's on loan. Yeah. Now, and even unless it's on loan, but, like, who's going to cover the wages? Like, Inter Milan, I don't think they're that flush exactly, like, you know what I mean. But they I don't think that the Italians have the money, certainly not Inter Milan. I don't think they're like they had. Yeah, sure. Remember Conte, they were getting rid of all their players, and that's the reason why he left. Unless someone's going to tell me some sugar daddy's after buying them, but I don't think so. Yeah, I did. They'll struggle to get rid of him even in the summer. He's on big money, and his attitude isn't the best. Like, look when he was at United, look at the way he was. He just, like, complained a lot, and that's unfortunate about some of these players. They need a good day or two working hard down in the bog or somewhere like that, like, on a building site, lifting bricks and bleeding wheeling wheelbarrows around the place, and then go and complain about your overpaid lifestyle. They don't live in a different planet to us. It's just madness. Even though I've done the tour of the Emirates now, I've done it years ago when it was only, I'd say, about 10 years ago, I'd say it was. And Jesus Christ, just walking around there, and old school Gunner will tell you, check out his channel. They really are living in a bubble. Like, they haven't a clue what it's like to be paying bills, or, doing what us guys do, and girls. Class Del Boy. On Lille, yeah, nice. Family based in Marseille. Jeez, will you go down to Marseille and bring back Guendouzi, will you, and Saliba, please, man? Have you ever gone to Marseille, the ground? I'd like to see that. Like, French football is actually good, and I'd suppose in the French league I actually like Lille, to be honest with you. Yeah, but I prefer Ireland people and the crack chant, be best. Yeah, yeah, fair play to you. Cheers, mate. Thanks for that. I'll get on to you shortly then. Inter had loads. Sorry, Inter had to sell him and Hakim. Yeah, because, geez, where did he go actually? Geez, I forgot about him. Because they had financial issues. Only ones who can afford are Newcastle, City, PSG, Madrid. PSG and Madrid don't need a striker, and Pep said he doesn't want one. Yeah, see, there you are. The market's very limited, and even I think if Newcastle go for Aubameyang, which I think they'd rather prefer myself, because I suppose he's a bit of a prima donna, small, but he wasn't too much at Arsenal. I suppose coming to the end now, I suppose he is, like, But yeah, if I was Newcastle, I'd probably rather go with him than Lukaku, But yeah. Where did he go, Hakeem? He was a good player. I think, let me see, did he go to PSG? No, just if someone could, yeah. Oh yeah, Firmino, yeah, PSG, yeah. Yeah, he's a baller, and that's why Conte left as well. I have once with my cousin. It was the most terrifying experience of my life. Yeah, I heard they're mad things. All right, yeah. Jesus Christ, I'd love to go to Argentina, Boca Juniors. I'd love to actually go to one of them games. I don't know if any of you guys have seen the documentary where Diego Maradona was managing a team. If you haven't, check it out.
Yeah,
it's class. Oh my God, really it's just man management. That's what it is. He was like Mourinho, I suppose, years ago, just really up close to the players.
Remember when he was young? He went like that because he
the
was
hand of God,
he was so small.
Just be careful now what you say. Yeah, the hand of God can be a bit delicate around this area. We don't know who's looking in, or who will be looking in after the video.
Somebody saw it.
Well, the hand of God, the referee done the little slap in and for 1986, the World Cup in Mexico, and unfortunately for the English, it knocked them out. No, sorry, Maradona done it, but the referee didn't see it. He knocked them out.
Somebody saw it, didn't they? The player saw it, and he was like, "He bloody had ball."
Yeah. Well, here we had it as well. English fans, we had it as well. Thierry, the legend of our club, he done it to us, but yeah, but I'll show it to you. I don't like looking at it personally myself, but I'll let you Google it later on and see what you think of it. But yeah, I think about 2 weeks later, all was forgiven when he scored an absolute screamer.
He was my favourite. He was my favourite Arsenal player between every single one of them.
Yeah, mine is Bergkamp. I'd go Bergkamp big time.
Bergkamp
I just yeah. I do look at splitting hairs, to be honest, and it's like every other Arsenal fan. You're either Henry or you're Bergkamp, but you still love the two of them. They're absolutely unbelievable. Yeah, definitely. Them ultras, yeah, the ultras, you don't mess around with them. Roma as well, and the Italians have a lot of them as well. They're serious, but even in Poland, the Polish league as well. There's a lot of them out there. bit hostile as well. You wouldn't be bringing the kids to the match with you. You know, you'd have to go in, hood up, wear whatever scarf that they are, and just keep moving. You know, but yeah, definitely. It'd be a yeah, it'd be interesting to see. I wouldn't mind going into them and sort of try to hide and mingle in with them or whatever. But if it was Boca Juniors and they come up to me and start speaking Spanish, my cover would be broken and I'd probably be thrown onto the pitch and slaughtered. But yeah, they don't speak the Irish language either, do they? I don't see Aubameyang going to Newcastle. He is not the relegation type. Even if they threw 500 a week at him, all right, I think he would try to move to Tuchel, rekindle that flame. Yeah, and you know what? I actually said it on the forum it was in the other day. I said I could see Chelsea going for him as well. I'm just thinking at the minute, the only thing I'm sort of seeing at the minute, like I have seen a few things about Chelsea, but the more things I'm seeing in the media is Newcastle at the minute. And yeah, like, you know, I understand what you're saying, but I'm just then thinking, like, you know, if Tuchel doesn't come in for him, you know, what does he do then? Does he say, "Oh, fuck it, I'll stay and I'll try and get back in at Arsenal"? I don't think he'll do that. I think it's done and dusted now. So he is looking for a new club. I personally, because look, he's done a lot for our club. I wouldn't mind him going to Newcastle. It'd be a different story going to Chelsea because he's bagging a hat trick against us in the Emirates or in in Stamford Bridge. You know, he's definitely is. But yeah, look, I wouldn't put that by either. Like, you know, a last minute bid and like that. Newcastle probably offer him 500 a week, and Chelsea come in and they say, "No, we'll only give you 350." He'll go to Chelsea. He'll just go, "Look, I could probably win a league here." And next year, you know, they might add another one or two players, and they'll be definitely up there for title contenders. You know.
And just saying, like, back to the Man City and Arsenal match. How did Martinelli miss?
Yeah.
Well, in fairness, the ref was there in front of him, but he could have moved out of the way. He had loads of time. Nobody was there. The player who saved the goal was on the ground.
Aki, yeah, he saved it from Man City.
And then that was a good save in fairness. And then he bloody booted it, and then it just went flying. And there was not even a goalkeeper. He could have just moved. Like, seriously.
Yeah. Old school gunner. That's exactly who I was thinking of just there. I was in Legia Warsaw, and they played. Did they play Shamrock Rovers as well? I think it was. To get into Europa League there a few years ago. That's probably when you were there, I bet you, 2016. I'd say it could have been around that time if it was. Like, you know, just curious. Almost got into 3 scraps. Oh, no way. Only walking to the club shop. No way. And that was not even a match day. Jesus Christ. That's mad. Was that so not a match day at all? Oh my God, that's terrible. Like, you know, some of these places, what do they be thinking? Like, you know, at the end of the day, you know, it's only football. Like, these things aren't going to pay your bills. You know what I mean? Jesus Christ, that's sorry to hear that, man. If you are not cheating, you are not. If you're not cheating, you're not to winning. I'm not sure what you mean there. Sorry, mate. I'll never forgive him for that. He's talking about the Thierry Henry. I know. Yeah. Wait till it's. I'm gonna keep continuing because I don't even want to talk about it. It's just too damn depressing.
I never saw it. So
you'll be
when
going mad.
I might.
Yeah, it's. I'll never forget Richie Dunn sitting down and Thierry sitting down beside him. That hurt.
Wait, what?
Best one I've seen is Alexis, but I suppose you're a young guy, but Bergkamp is the best in my opinion. Never heard one Arsenal fan say a bad word about him. No, I'll tell you. Oh my God!
No,
like,
Bergkamp is
good. When I was growing up, like I'm originally from Roscommon, and we moved up to Dublin. Yeah. I moved up in '95, so yeah, he was '95, '96, I think he signed. But geez, it was great to be an Arsenal fan then, getting your jersey on, and like running around the streets of Dublin, playing football, thinking your bear camp, nothing, no better feeling. Like now it's this fella. He's down in the park, and they have a little Astro, little cage, and they'd be down there playing football. And
Thinking on bloody Smith Road.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, but that's what it's all about. Look, Smith Rowe could be just as good as Bergkamp because he is a great little baller and I love him and he's your favourite player.
Martinelli, all that.
Yeah. We'll have to get the name on the jersey for you. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Warsaw Ultras, Polish Ultras are no joke. That's right. You're 100% right. There's no messing with the Polish. I'll tell you, they're very patriot people. And there's no harm in that either, but geez, there's no need to be starting fights with anyone for no reason at all. Vieira is my all-time favourite Arsenal player, a talented warrior, 100%. And I'll tell you, when I remember at the time when he was leaving to go to Juventus, and there was no sort of social media at the time, and I was on my way back from Spain, I think it was, where we were coming back on holidays, and I got the. You weren't even born. I was only a kid, and I remember getting the newspaper in the airport news agents, and I seen that he had the Juventus jersey on him. That hurt me. That was one of a few that hurt me. But we Arsenal were still good at the time, and it was just I thought he should have given us another season. But look, that's he didn't, and that's what we have to just move on, isn't it? Great flow to your stream, Del Boy and little man. Cheers, Carl. Thanks a million. And hit the notifications. We'll be doing a few more live streams as well, and I'm gonna get content out every day. We'll drop a video or we'll do a live stream and stuff like that. And we're not just like talking about Arsenal. We'll talk about any football or I'm into GAA and I'm into Formula 1 and boxing and everything like that. And if anyone wants to pop in and say hello, you're more than welcome. How much money genuinely do you think we should get for Abu? Ooh, if Arteta isn't sacked before such time, considering age, wages, etc. Or could they just do a Willian if Arteta feels so against Abu? That's a great question. Right. What do I think? I think it's done and dusted now. Even if we, play them next week. Yeah, I know he's gone to the AFCON, but I'm just saying. I just think you're not going to get the same player. He's going to be down in tools. And a player that's down in tools, not interested in you, don't want you at the club. And I know if you're Arteta in or you're Arteta out, but you still have to. I think as a player, you're getting paid enough money. You still should just play your football, do your job, and yeah, it's not like, let's say you have a problem with the manager, that's grand, but what did the fans do and what did we do? What did the kids do that have your name and your number on their back? What do they do? Do they deserve to see you down the tools and not putting the effort in? I don't think so. So I just think, I'd sell him, and I don't think you're going to get money for him. I think it's going to have to just cancel the contract because he's on such high wages. If Newcastle, PSG, the usual top spenders, the high rollers come in, you might get about 10 million for him, and then take the contract as well.
PSG is so good because they have Neymar, Messi, all the good players.
Yeah. But do you think, because he's on 375 grand a week now? Not every club can afford that. So will they buy him off Arsenal? Will they give Arsenal 50 million and then plus take his wages, or do you think Arsenal will just say, right, we'll end your contract, there you go for free, and your wages are off the bill? What do you think?
I don't know.
Go on, give the man an answer. He's looking for your answer. Would you even try to bargain to get 10, 20 million, or would you end it? or would you try to make up if Arteta, if you're Arteta, would you try to make up with him?
No, I would sell Aubameyang and get a new player.
How much?
Like to sell him?
Yeah.
Oh, probably.
Or let him go for free? Which would you?
Not let him go for free.
Yeah. I'm saying probably. Go on.
I'll probably. What do I do? I'll probably go with like 15 grand.
15 million.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. What would you sell him for yourself? I'd be interested to see, or anyone else.
Oh wait, did I say grand?
Million. Million. Yeah. I know. Yeah. What position does Zach play? He plays
left wing.
Yeah.
I'm just really good, fast. I'm actually really fast with the ball. I'm going down. I'm like so good with my skills.
Yeah, he's
I'm
very
bloody
good.
here skilling everybody. Fucking Ronaldo chopping all that.
Yeah, he's always
Ronaldo
at that.
chopping, bang, 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 and swinging in the ball, and then ball bang.
And I'm the manager of his team, and it's like, you know, I've always said to him, because it happened to me when I was living down in Roscommon. I remember I used to play in the same position. I was right wing, and I was in the same position as the managers. Yeah, we like to swap over, because I like him and another boy. They swap over. He's a left footer, and the other guy's a right footer, so they swap wings.
Yeah, so then we can like move,
cut in and stuff like that, change it around a bit, mix it up, and that's what I'm all for. Like, you know what I mean? They're only under 10s, so what do I know about football? But just to finish my story, yeah, the manager, he had his son played my position, and he just used to always play the son, and the son, I was much better than the son, and everyone used to be going mad. But like, you know, I've always had that in my head, and I've always said it to him. I says, no matter if there's someone else comes as better in your position, I'm giving them a chance. It's not fair, you know. It's all about mixing and matching and keeping everyone happy. All winners cheat. Yeah, I know what you mean now. Yeah. I remember a serial winner like Keane. That's right. Jordan, MJ, and Jose. Someone like that saying, if you are not cheating, you're not trying to win. Yeah, that's right. Fergie was on the clock, used to be saying it to the referees. Used to be always at it, you know. And it worked. It did work every time. Fergie time. Yeah, that stung me too, man. Yeah, that's right. 15 million, maybe. Yeah, I was saying, yeah, about 10, 15 million.
Yeah.
But see, the thing about it is, if no one comes in for him, and it'll be left, I think, until the last minute, and then Arsenal will probably panic, you know, and then what do? You're going to stick him out till May, and he's in the dressing room, or he's like, you know, I know he's training with the kids or whatever, or he's training on his own, but he's still, like, you know, in contact, like, you know, with the players, and if you only bad mouthing the manager and stuff like that, and you just don't need it, especially on the run in and stuff like that. Now, I'm not saying Arteta's right. I'm Arteta out, and I still believe that, like, you know, but you still have to respect the club, not just the manager, because the number one thing is the club. There's no one bigger than any of them, you know.
No, and just saying, get Arteta out right now. Just get him out. Just sack him. Like, I just start sacking him. Like, why? Like, if we had a top quality man, I say it in like almost every video. If we have a top, like, you know, manager, like, yeah, we would be quality. But like, Arteta isn't a top manager. It's just get him out. Like,
no, honestly. Look, what can you do? What can you do? Just not many clubs could afford his wages. Those that can don't seem to be in the need or pursuing a striker, let alone an aging one. It's going to be Ozil 2.0. Yeah, exactly. I think it is, and I think if it comes to
Ozil was good. He was.
Yeah, he had one or two good seasons, but he was better at Real Madrid. He was brilliant at Real.
Yeah, but now he is just.
Yeah, he's gone to Turkey now. Yeah, Turkey.
Yeah, he's so
yeah, we don't want that situation again. Someone just pouring money pouring it down the drain. Like, you know, I just think if you get to the last week in the transfer window, you actively look to get rid of him then, like, you know what I mean? But try to hold your cards as closely as you can, I suppose. I couldn't cancel the contract. I'd try get 20 million, maybe if we're lucky. A player who did so much for us doesn't deserve to be going out in such a bad way. But it is what it is. Yeah, I agree with you. And that's what I said. Like, no disrespect to him, and I don't like players that are disrespecting him either, because he's done a lot for the club. But I suppose look at Koscielny. Koscielny was the exact same, and look at the way he left, and he down tools, and he was crying and get me out of the club, and he left Arsenal, and he was such, he did play a good few years with Arsenal, and he was good enough, but he left in a bad way. He went to France, wasn't it? I didn't like the way he left.
And like, if I was Aubameyang right now, I would be pooing my pants because everybody's talking to get him out now, get him out. Oh, he should move to another club. He should. I agree. He definitely should move to another club.
Yeah.
And yeah.
For me, it was to get anything from Abu, maybe 5 to 10 million max. Seeing only two world clubs can afford his wages. Yeah, that's right. Sorry, I made a narrative that there. Yeah, top world clubs can afford his wages. That's right. But it's just if we leave him sitting there for a while, it's just going to be bad in the dressing room, and you don't want that around the place. And as I said, I don't want to, if Arsenal are there saying, oh, we want 25, 30 million for him, and we're not moving until we get that, and we'll just leave you sitting playing football on your own. That's not fair on him. He doesn't deserve that. And I'd have a big problem there with Arteta and Vinay and Edu, if they did that to him. So I just think if it came to 5, 10 million, 15, yeah, thanks a million, thanks for your service, we've got a few quid back, and his wages are off the bill. Definitely. Carl Rossi, exactly. He carried us for ages. He did indeed. Before he signed the contract, he was unbelievable. He was so good. It was great. And ever since he done the dressing room signing on thing and the camera, oh Jesus, it was an awful video. First of all, it just looked stupid to me. I thought it was, personally, myself. That's only my opinion. But yeah, ever since then, it just hasn't really kicked in for him, and I thought when he signed that, I says, no, it can't be another role. So he's gonna come good again, but it just hasn't happened of late. He was a star player, and he's ended up like this. Shame, but we have to move on. Exactly, we can't wait. We can't just keep our head down, and we can't, no one player is bigger than this club. Believe me, we're such a big club. It's unbelievable. Yeah, very true. Mature take, mate. We move on. Exactly. I played normally right back, central defensive midfielder. There are about 4 better midfielders in our team, and the manager plays his son at right back instead of me even though I'm better. Yeah, I know what you're going through. Exactly the same as me. It's so frustrating. And then you're trying to even think, will I move to a different position? And you're probably even trying to train yourself as well for another position. It's not fair. The only thing, you should have a chat with the manager. That's what I do. I definitely have a chat with the manager, or, have a chat with the club or something like that. It's not fair, because I don't start him every game. There's no way. I drop him, and just to give him a kick up the arse, thinking he's, just because I'm his manager, doesn't mean he gets to be swanning into the football team.
I know, I get that. Because when you told me the story, when what is it? There's
when
this
I was
kid,
younger,
when you were younger, to make the team or something, like a big team, and then the manager was his dad, and then he picked him instead of my dad. So you were lead.
How dare he? How dare he? If you're watching this stream,
and yeah, no, if my dad's not like that, he won't just pick me. Say if he was moving to the red team, and then he said, "Oh, could Zach come on?" He won't do that. If I had a son and I was like your age, and then I was their manager, I wouldn't just do that. I would.
There you go. Yeah. Carl Rossi's, look at Zach. Speaks more facts than 94% of the Arsenal fan base. 100%. You're right there, Carl. Fair play to you, mate. Fair play to you. At best, I can see him as a squad player under a better manager, but even that's at a push. I'm not sure who we're talking about there. Sorry, must have slipped me brain. I'm still waiting for Xhaka to be sold. Exactly, yeah. For disrespecting the club's badge.
Xhaka.
Jeez, I was so angry that day when I seen him throwing that badge down. Jesus Christ, that.
Wait, did you throw it?
Yeah, the fans were on his case and stuff like that, and he just ripped the armband off and just threw it down. Like, you know what I mean? Just such a disrespect to the previous captains and to every fan. You know what I mean? Every fan. So, you know, but
it's like he doesn't even care.
Yeah, but then what do they go do when they go and give him a new contract just because Roma's after him? See ya, off to Roma. You know, he played one outstanding game in the Euros, and then everyone was just there. Oh my God! Oh, he's brilliant. You can't just sell him for 18 million. 18 million. Give him 10. Give us 10 million. You can have him. You know what I mean? Con man, granite. And speaking of cost of players, it's funny to me how the directors think they can dictate the market value of players, as it's a buyer's market and they dictate the price. Ainsley Maitland-Niles, Eddie, Cola, exactly. You know what I mean? You remember, was it last season or something? We got mad money for Eddie. It was about 15 million or something like that. They were actually asking for, you know. And why did we not sell him? I don't understand that. And I actually feel sorry for Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Like, he has done nothing wrong since the Watford game, and then he's just gone. He's just disappeared. I hope to see him now during the week for the Liverpool game. I'd love to see him, even in centre midfield. Good luck. Like, you know, obviously Xhaka won't be there, hopefully, and just get Ainsley in and Sambi Lokonga in there or something like that. But we'll do a video as well or something like that for that game the night before. And I'm also going to do I might do a live stream for the Chelsea Spurs game. So if you want to drop by, I'm going to try and get Josh on, Big Josh, and Gracie May as well.
Yeah, subscribe to both of them.
Yeah, subscribe to both of them. Very good. And Northside as well. Luca, like, you know, there's a few of us, and obviously old school Arsenal.
And
like, you know, it's just Lee as well. Lee helps us a lot, you know. And obviously, if you're not subscribed to us, I'd really appreciate it. Try to push the channel for us; it'd be great, and share notifications. But yeah, we'll just read out a few more comments here. Exactly, Del Boy, and you've got every right to do so. And big up, Zach, for taking it like a man. Exactly, that's what he's just talking about. When I don't start and stuff like that. Abu, yeah, sorry, that's who you were talking about earlier on. I almost broke my TV when Xhaka did that for you, Palace. Yeah, my missus was scoffing me for hours after it. Good man, Carl. Do you know what? Actually, speaking of funny things, right? When I was living at home, my mum, you weren't even born. And when Arsenal were playing AC Milan, it was in, I think the game was something like 4-3 or something like that. And it was was it 4-3? It was something, I think we were losing and we came back and we drew, and Adebayor scored the winner. I nearly jumped out my ma's sitting room window.
Wait,
I was just jumping around and jumping on my ma's couch, and I nearly I had to fucking dive onto the couch and bleeding. I nearly went out through the front window. You can just imagine someone on the street walking by. Who the fuck is the mad Arsenal fan? He's got to go through his ma's window.
Like, just walking, talking to somebody on the phone.
Yeah, walking his bleeding dog, and next thing his dog gets fucking glass in his back. Xhaka has played about 4 good games since coming to us. They've all been for Switzerland, yeah, and 2 were against Ireland, for fuck's sake. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, he always plays well for Switzerland, like, you know, he always does, in fairness. But then all the Arsenal fans expect when he comes back, he's going to do the exact same thing. He never bleeding does, you know. But like I was saying in a video there the other day, like, I was just looking at some comment some Arsenal fan was making about Xhaka. Oh, he was outstanding against Everton, Man United, Liverpool. and he was dragging Party over the line. We lost them 3 games, mate. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't matter. Like, you know, what did he do to stop that? He didn't play exactly fucking well there, to be honest with you. You know, does me head in. Yeah, facts. Yeah. At this point, I'd pay for him. Yeah, Shaka to leave. Real talk. Yeah, 100%. We should all do a GoFundMe page and just transfer him. He can might get him down to Shamrock Rovers or somewhere like that, or Shells or somewhere like that, or even Athlone Town. I like Athlone Town. That would have been my local club when I was growing up. I was fuming as well. My baby cousin was asleep, and I started shouting at the laptop screen and woke him. Yeah. I remember. Here's another one for you. When Ireland were playing Germany that time, and I was over at we were in the pub watching the match, and it's a club, and we had a few beers beforehand. And we were going back to my mate's house. And we were staying over in my mate's house, me, the missus, and the kids, and his kids, like, you know, big huge house, grand. And my youngest, he was only about a year old at the time.
Who?
Jake, he was only a year old at the time.
Really?
And
well, I was.
You would have been what?
No,
actually, you'd have been 6. Yeah, you'd have been 6.
And do you know Jake?
No, but
so
I just finished this story. We had Jake upstairs, and next thing, the Ireland match was on. Ireland versus Germany, and it's the one where who scored a bottom corner. It'll come to me in a minute, but goal went in, and me and my mate are just silent celebration. We're just jumping up and down each other. It was just fucking hilarious. We were just like, oh, yeah, but
no,
I think it was Shane Long. I think scored it. Actually, I think it was Shane Long.
And
sorry, go on.
Do you know Jake?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Jake.
He's my son. I do know him.
Yeah, of course. And then yeah, remember you picked him up in the video. Yeah, so if you saw the video where
earlier, yeah,
and oh my god, like he's 4 and he's so tall. He's up to like here on me, something like that, and he's bloody 4.
Yeah.
And I'm 9. Jesus.
Good man, Dino. What's the story, mate? Hope you're doing all right. There's a friend of you, I think, Zach.
Yeah, my friend.
I did that when Tierney scored v Benfica last season. Jumped around like a madman and broke the lamp beside. Jeez, it sounds like you need to be in one of these padded rooms and you're watching matches. But you're right to be the exact same, man. It's mad, like, you know. But look, that's why we're fans, isn't it? Like, you know what I mean? We love football. Facts, Del boy. Half of these, man, fancy Shaka. As they do Arteta, 100%, and it's so frustrating, you know. I remember that. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. We were losing or something when we came back. I remember. Was that the one? I'm trying to think. It was the one where Fabregas scored and it went down bottom right hand corner. It was a screamer of a goal. And I think I don't know if that was the first leg and it happened in the second leg when we played AC Milan. It'll come to me again. But yeah, it was a brilliant game. I remember that. The Irish League doesn't deserve the. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they wouldn't have him. Shane Long, that goal, 1-0 win. That's correct. That's when it was. It was silent, jumping around. It was mad, you know. You know, Jake. Yeah.
Yeah, why did I say that? You know,
smash
Jake.
them likes, people, subscribe and slap on the notification bell. Yeah, do, because look, we'll be doing like a lot more live streaming and, like, you know, not just us talking absolute baloney. But also just
we're not even talking. We're barely talking about football.
Yeah, well, look, come here. Look, I have a few good stories and stuff, and like yourselves, it's good counselling session. You know, anyone else want to get in off the back? Come on, no problem at all. Conan, there you go. Zach, probably a mate of yours as well.
Oh yeah, that is.
But yeah, look, fair play to everyone for subscribing and stuff like that. I'll just checking the match here. It's actually. Yeah, it's still 0-0 at the minute. It's only tipped off. It's only eight minutes on the board, like, you know what I mean? But yeah, look, I'm gonna wrap it up here now. Thanks a million for everyone for tuning in. Really appreciate the support, and look, subscribe and share the channel. It really helps us. Like, you know what I mean? We'll grow this, and we're only at the minute, we're only a camera and a stand or something like that. Like, you know,
phone.
Yeah.
You might be getting a camera.
But I don't know. We might ask Santi next year and see what he does. Like, you know what I mean? But no, look, thanks a million for tuning in. Drop a comment in the box or anything like that. But we're going to drop a video tomorrow. And we'll do a live stream. For the Chelsea Liverpool game. As it says, Big Josh will be on it. I'm going to try and get Gracie May and probably Northside or whatever as well.
And me.
We'll definitely, and Zach will be here as well. Like, you know, but we'll be doing the watch along. Bit of crack, join in. Might have a beer or two as well. And please join us. But thanks a million, everyone, for dropping in. Cheers, lads. Thanks very much. Really appreciate it. Right. All the best. Have a good evening. Take care.
Bye.